Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping with Natalie. Welcome to if you are new. Today I just kind of want to do an update on the last couple weeks and what's kind of going on this time of the year. So it's officially overall season, as you can tell. I really don't care. These things are great. Keep you warm, so I don't even care what I look like. But anyways, we're going to do an update on how the beehives are looking, and I also wanted to do kind of a little bit of an update on the Expo. So we got back last we left Saturday night right after the Expo, and then we didn't get home till about 5 a.m. because turns out when you drive in the middle of a blizzard, it takes about 2 hours extra. But anyways, I think we were originally supposed to get home around like 1 or 2 and didn't get home till 5 because it was just straight ice on the roads. Hopefully everybody got home safe. We kind of did. I think we only about died like 4 times, but it's okay. Especially when Natalie's driving. Not a good idea. But anyways, so we had a really great time at the Expo. This year was really just kind of a chill year, I feel like. It was really smooth, it went well, and I got to meet a lot of new people, I felt like. There's a lot of new beekeepers that I had never met that I got to meet this year, and it was a lot of fun. So I can't quite say I'm ready for next year because I'm still recovering, but I had a lot of fun and we are looking forward to that. And it's kind of crazy because when you're doing vendor stuff or whatever it is, you already have to start preparing for the next year. So that's already what we're thinking about, which is crazy. But yes, so again, it was lovely to see all of you, and we're going to try and get some new products next year. We did some stuff this year, but anyway, let's talk about the hives now. So on Saturday, it had already started snowing quite a bit, and then I think by like Sunday, was it like Sunday-ish, we had already had 13 inches of snow, and that was kind of what was expected. It just came really quick. And then that following Thursday, I think it was Thursday night, we got another 3. And because it's been so cold, like it's been in like the 17, we've been getting down to like 2 at night, negatives and stuff like that. So Fahrenheit or whatever, I don't know. So anyways, the snow hasn't been able to melt, and so we just keep getting more and more, and it's just not going away, which I actually like the snow because I like doing all the plowing and that kind of fun stuff. But I'm getting a little tired of it just because it's so freaking cold. But we are in the 30s, I think, today, so it feels like short sleeve weather. I don't know. I feel like we could be wearing t-shirts right now. That's the thing about winter, though. It's so weird how you adjust to it. But I did want to talk about Reflectix and double screen boards because I did it like a short little series on it. Of course, the sun comes out when we decide to film a video, and I can barely see. But we just like kind of a short series on that going into winter. And so this is kind of my update on that. So this hive here actually has Reflectix on it. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's just right here in between that box and the lid there. Now, typically during this time of the year, our way of noticing if the bees are still alive in there is whether or not that snow on top is melted. So I made a video on this quite a while ago, back when my videos were really cringy and I was younger. I'll link the video right here, even though I don't really want anybody to watch it, but it's over in that corner if you want to watch it. And it's basically just talking about how the bees melt the top of the snow, but they're pretty much in that tight cluster in the middle there. And sometimes, like if they're more up in the front corner, you'll know because the snow is all melted right there. Now, the only reason that I can kind of tell that the Reflectix are actually really doing something, nothing on top here is melted. So it's already been over a week tomorrow will be a week since we got all this snow, and it's not really melted at all right here. And so if that kind of says anything, basically just means that all that heat is staying down in there in the box. And I'm hoping that's because of the Reflectix. And I mean, there's always that possibility that they're actually just not even alive in there. But all of our hives are looking like this. And that's why I'm thinking it's actually working and doing something. There's a couple over here that look the same. And so that's kind of how we're realizing it might be working a little bit, but it is still hard to kind of know now that we have the Reflectix on there. But I think so far it's doing good, and hopefully it really is impacting them. But I wanted to do another update on the double screen board. It's kind of in 2 separate areas right here, and because of all this snow, it takes us about 10 minutes to get over there to walk freaking 2 steps. So we're gonna pause the video and then we're gonna walk over there and probably fall and then we'll start the video back up. But I'm just gonna do an update on the double screen and then mention some other things. Okay, so over here we have the double screen board. So this is our double, and then here's the double screen, and then this single right here. Now, the single actually doesn't have any reflectix on it. This is the only hive in all of our bee yards actually that doesn't have a reflectic. And also, I know a lot of people that don't get into their hives if it's 50 or below. For us, we like to risk it, and if it's like up in the 30s or 40s, you can get into them for just a couple seconds, minutes. There's a bee. Oh, I did not expect. Where'd she come out of?
I think the double screen board.
Really? I did not expect to see them out, but I'm curious. I might get lit up if they're still in here. Oh, I think they are. Now, another thing that people will do is they'll come over to their hive. Like this one here, you can tell the snow's just barely starting to melt right here. I think that's just from the sun right here, because you can tell it's only melted up front here. But what a lot of people like to do to see if their hive is still alive in the middle of the winter, they'll go on the side of the box and start tapping it, and then put their ear up to it and see if they can hear them. Now, like right now, I could put my ear up to it. We look like crazy beekeepers, but we are, so it's fine. So you can hear, if you just put your ear up to next to the box, you can actually hear them in there. So there's no need to tap the box, because what that actually does a lot of the times is I don't know what the correct word is, like uncluster, is that even a word?
Cluster.
Yeah, so they break cluster, and that can cause them to kind of cool off again and then have to recluster. And so it's actually disturbing them a little bit if you're tapping on the side of that and they kind of break cluster there. And so usually I like to tell people not to do that, especially when it's really cold out like this. And most definitely on the smaller hives, I wouldn't recommend that. Now, another thing that I'm just now realizing is we actually never put on our glass inner cover this year. I've gotten a couple videos on that in the past, and it's basically just an inner cover that's just glass there, and you can take the lid off and see how they're doing in the middle of winter without actually pulling it off. So there's another option. Now, if you're doing, what's that called? If you're doing the reflectix, I don't know if that would really work as much. You might be able to put it on top of the glass, but I don't know if that would affect it. So anyways, that's kind of an update on all the hives here. One more thing I wanted to mention is about the expo. There's a lot that goes on, and there's a lot of filming. You'll turn around, all of a sudden you're in a video. That happened quite a bit. I tried to film as much as I can. I'll get that video out as soon as possible. I've started working on it. It's just, I'm not the best fan of editing, so it's taking me a little bit. But I did want to say a big thank you to Frederick Dunn. He actually posted, something like 3 hours of just interviews. And one of the things I've noticed about him is his research on everybody is through the roof. So if you don't even know if you know that guy or not, he definitely knows you. And he's just, I don't know, I feel like we got to kind of talk a little bit at the expo. We did an interview together on his channel, and I really appreciate that. A lot of people said some nice stuff. So I'll leave his channel or video over here and in the description if you want to check that out. I would really recommend it. His videos are really informational. Informational? Is that a word? Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, I also got made fun of quite a bit at the expo, because people are always like, you always check to make sure you said the right thing to your mom. But dude, I'm just homeschooled. That's exactly why she's here. That's the whole point. And to everybody making fun of me about the goats, I didn't know. I thought they were sheep or something. I'm not sure, so I had to clarify. Maybe next time I'll just cut that out. Anyways, I think that's about it. So we've just got a few hives back here. They're really spread out this year. We don't have them just like in one spot, which is not the best. I don't recommend that, but this is just kind of a rambling video of an update. We don't have anything going on really with the bees. A lot of times people will say, oh, that's for a winter project in the middle of summer, and that never gets done. And that's us. So we're gonna try and work on some of that stuff before it gets too warm, but we've actually already started promoting some of our nuke sales. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube, but yeah? Okay. So there's a flyer on, is it Hitch Hive or your, okay, so Hitch Hive Honey, I think that's on Facebook and Instagram. Is it on both? Okay. I think I just asked you like 5 questions, but If you want to check those out, then we actually just put out our flyer for nukes, and that's going to be here before we know it. We started kind of counting up all of our different stuff going on the next couple of months, and we're going to be pretty busy. And I'm really excited about it because I love the chaos and endless amount of work. So I'm excited this year for nukes and queens. I'm really looking forward to that. So if you want to check that out and reach out to us, we will do our best to get nukes out there. We're kind of doing more of in our area. What? What?
Me.
Oh, started making a face. But I think that's pretty much it. So also another thing, this is just a whole update video. I will be at the EMBA in February, and then I'll be at Nebraska at the end of this month also, speaking on some stuff. So definitely should check that out, and I think that's pretty much the update that I had. So anyways, thanks for watching today's video. Follow along for more bee adventures, and be here next time on Beekeeping with Natalie.